Hi guys, welcome back to my vlog channel. I have not vlogged in so long, but I've been wanting to lately and I just felt like now was a good time to pick up the camera and just kind of check in with you guys. We are planning to go on a Disney trip next week. Actually, we literally leave Monday and today's Friday. And I started doing like a Disney prep vlog, but we also have like a pretty big life update I wanted to update you guys on. And so I filmed both of those things and then I was like, wait, this is going to be like an hour long. So I'm actually going to separate it into two videos. So in today's video, I'm just going to do like normal vlogging. We are going to do some laundry in Ella's room today. I'm also going to put up her Easter books and decorations. And I've already filmed a segment yesterday where I just kind of told you guys all about a big life update for us that involves one of our dogs. So that will be like after this clip if you're interested, just because I'm sure you guys will see things in the future. And I know a lot of you guys have seen our dogs with us from the beginning. So I wanted to tell you guys about that. And it is a pretty long segment. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put that in its own video and then also do some other like casual vlogging. You can hear little Ella's voice. We are in her room right now and I've told her she's been so excited about putting her Easter books out. So that's what we're going to do. And we might do some of her laundry too. She likes to help me with it. But right now she wants this book that has all of the sounds on it. So I'm sure you guys will hear all of those sounds. But anyways, yeah, that is on the agenda for today. I have to organize some returns. It's just kind of like vacation prep, like the boring stuff, you know, like I need to send back some returns, get the house a little bit organized and set up for how we want it when we get back. And then tomorrow, Saturday, I think me and Ella might go watch Patrick play baseball. He's on like an adult league baseball team. So we might go over there if the weather's good. We will see. Who knows what we'll get into, but the Disney prep vlog will be a whole separate video, so definitely check that out. I don't know if it'll go up before or after this, but in that video I'm going to make Ella a little custom denim patch jacket. I think that'll be really cute as long as it turns out okay. I'm going to bedazzle my magic band, also just like lay out all of our outfits, pack them into the suitcase, and I'm also going to share what I'm bringing in my Disney park backpack. So that should be a fun video, and then I'm also going to do a full video dedicated specifically to the outfits I'm wearing in Disney. I'm really excited about all these videos. I have a lot going on. I hope that you guys are excited about it. I also had a hair appointment yesterday and I got extensions back in. So you can see my hair is a little bit longer. I didn't really want to put a ton of heat on it, so I just left my extensions kind of curled from yesterday and added a few curls. So it doesn't look the best. I'm not really going anywhere today. I'm just vlogging and doing things around the house, so it's fine. You guys won't judge me. I know that. All right, so now, Ella, what we're gonna do is, let me see all of your Easter books. Hippity Hoppity Easter, which you clearly love. I love you, Ella. Llama Llama Easter egg. Ew, what's on that one? It's not easy being a bunny. Biscuits, Pet and Play Easter, How to Catch the Easter Bunny, 10 Easter eggs. You have a lot of Easter books. God Gave Us Easter, Don't Push the Button, an Easter Surprise, It's Better Being a Bunny, and the Bernstein Bears, the Easter Story. Oh, and Hatch. Hand me Hatch. And then we have your little carrot garland. Mommy's gonna put it up there. Your bookshelf, that's where your books go. You can play with it for a minute, but Mommy's gonna put it up there. That's where it goes. We decorate with it. Yeah, it'll look pretty in your room, right? So what Mommy's gonna do is I'm gonna put these on the chair. I'm gonna give you the Valentine's Day books. And can you put them in the bin? Good job. And we're going to put the St. Patrick's Day book in the bin too. We have Llama Llama, I Love You. Valentine's Day Mouse, Love from Bluey. Some of these aren't necessarily Valentine's Day books, but this one is Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy birthday.
Now, Ella, the rest of them.
Miss Rachel.
That is Miss Rachel, isn't it? Now these, let's not put them in the bin, but can you put them on the floor? We'll put, the places you go up there. And these we're gonna store. Now we can start putting your Easter books out. So we'll do Hippity Hoppity Easter.
What's a more? That's an 8 seconds. I like this. This one.
So now, do you think it looks good? Ella, could you get down and hand me one of those little Easter eggs over there?
This is here. Is fat.
Thank you, sweet pea. All right, so we got her little Easter bookshelf done, and I thought about like cutting these little loops off, and I still might because I don't think that I would use that in any other way other than on the bookshelf. But anyways, she was helping me put the books in the bin. Yes, I still had Valentine's Day books up. I just hadn't gotten around to changing them out, but as soon as we get back from our trip, it's going to be moving very quickly towards Easter. So I'm glad I got that done. And now I'll probably try to do some of her laundry. Might not get to all of it because she is supposed to take a nap here shortly, but we'll see what we get to. You ready to help with laundry? Here we go.
Oh, we're to Disney, Mommy.
We're going to Disney on Monday. Are you excited? All right, we're going to separate some of your books. I'm going to take out some of the Mother's Day, Father's Day ones. Oh, that's cute. We should put that in the Valentine's.
Listen.
You think that looks like Winston? It does, kind
Listen,
of.
listen.
Hey, actually, you know, Winston's a bulldog and this is a pug. You know, Mommy had a pug once named Harley. Can you say pug?
Okay.
I think we're good.
I didn't say one myself.
Alright, I think we got it. Now that can close.
Yeah.
Would you do me a favor and put your blockables away? Or do you want to just help with this right now?
I'll put the buckle.
That would be so helpful. These are pajamas, so I'm going to make a pajama pile right here. We are trying to find the matching pair to all three of these. Can you find it in the basket? If they're pajamas, put them in this pile. These are all of our pajamas, and if you see a matching pair, you can match it.
This one?
No, that's close though.
I haven't found that one.
It's close, not quite. I know, they're kind of similar, huh? Find a matching pair to that one.
This one?
Yes! Good job!
This one?
Yeah, that matches. Now Mommy's able to fold this one.
This one?
No, but I'll take that. I could fold that. It's a sweatshirt.
This is Bobby. Bobby.
You love your Barbie
And
sweatshirt.
Bobby boy.
That's so cute. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life's fantastic, made of plastic. Does that match any of them?
This one matches this one.
Yeah. Good job.
I'm an Amber boy.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Who told you that?
Do it and like that. Bobby?
Julianne?
Yeah.
She did?
She did that.
I love
I'm
that.
a Bobby boy. I'm a Patrick. I'm a baby boy.
You're in the Barbie world. You're so cute and fun. I have so much fun with you. Are we having fun? You're not having fun? You're not. What can we do to make you have fun?
Hugging him.
A hug? Is that what you said? Oh, I love you, baby.
Yeah. Please.
You love those?
That's like good.
They're sparkly, huh?
Ooh. I found it.
What did you
Mommy.
find? Oh, those look like sheets, maybe. They're going to be kind of bigger. Can you find the matching one to any of these? Oh, here's one.
Oh, I found it.
You did find it. What is the what does that match?
Oh, here.
Yeah, good job. Find some more.
Good, Mommy.
Oh, actually, those match this top. Can you find the matching one to these? This one?
This one.
Yes, good job.
This one is over here.
Thank you, baby. I'll fold it.
Oh, this is this.
Yes, good job. You're so good at this.
Mommy.
Oh, what does that one match you? I think I'm covering it up. Hold on. You see it?
Here.
Yeah.
His hair got stuck.
His hair got stuck.
His hair got it.
Oh. So that matches these.
These are my friends. These.
Thank you. I think my battery's about to die, so I'm just going to finish this up on my own with this crazy toddler, and then I'm just gonna get some work done while she naps. And I'm gonna insert the clip next telling you guys about our dog, Buck, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next clip. Where do we even start at this point? So I think it was about over a month ago at this point for sure, we noticed that Buck had a nodule on like his wrist area on his front paw. And he also had a couple of other little nodules, like one on his shoulder, one on the other leg, just like random little things like that. I just realized I left my rings on the kitchen table. But anyways, we thought those were a little bit weird. And the one on his wrist was getting a lot bigger. So I finally was like, you know what? I think that I need to take him into the vet. This seems concerning. And also he had just kind of like been having some weird behaviors. Buck has always been a chewer, especially like when he was a puppy, he chewed up like random things like an iPhone, wallet. But as an adult, and since we've moved into this house and I've got him on a routine and I think calmed a lot of his anxiety, he does that a lot less. But within the past like 6 months to maybe a year, he's been showing those behaviors more. He chewed up like a wooden coaster. He chewed up a lot of Ella's toys. And at first we just thought, okay, he's jealous of her. But it didn't really make sense because it was like a year after she was born that he really started doing this. So that was another thing that I just felt like was a sign that something was wrong. So I took him into the vet. They took like a cytology of the large mass on his ankle. She did say that one was concerning. So that's all we did. And we waited for about a week to get results back of that. During that week, we try to remain positive and he's totally acting normal otherwise. Like he's eating okay. He acts super young. That's the thing about Buck is he will be 9 in June and he still acts like super young. Like he runs a lot when he's outside. He's always been kind of like a couch potato, but when he's outside, he loves to run. He loves to bark at people like walking by our house and things like that. Like he just acts very spunky. He's a very lean dog and able to move really well still. So literally there are no other signs of him acting abnormal other than the ones that I mentioned. So honestly, we were thinking kind of positive, and I've had other little nodules looked at on both of my dogs and they've always been benign. But unfortunately, when she called with the news, she did confirm that it was most possible that Buck had cancer. And that day was really, really hard for us because, like I said, we had just been kind of telling ourselves that it was all going to be okay. And then you get this news and it was devastating. I mean, he, in my opinion, is still fairly young. That day was like a lot of tears and a lot of just accepting that this is what's going on. She also let us know that what came back on their testing was that he had a very rare type of cancer called a synovial cell sarcoma, which is in the joint or bone. And she did let us know that that makes it very difficult to actually perform surgery to remove the mass. She told us then that a lot of times for this type of cancer, the recommendation is amputation of the limb. And obviously that is a huge decision to make. So she kind of gave us a few options that she could send us a referral to oncology to get some more testing to see if it has spread at all. She also said that this is a type of cancer that does get pretty aggressive pretty quickly and it can spread very quickly, specifically to the lungs. Or we could go ahead and just do an amputation just to not really have answers and just kind of out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. We didn't opt to do that, of course. So we got a referral to oncology and that appointment we had to wait a little bit for. So that was on March 18th that we had that appointment. It had been like a few weeks since we first got the diagnosis. And even that alone is kind of concerning because you feel like every day or week that goes by counts. But once we met with oncology, we loved the doctor that we saw there. That was a pretty long appointment where she walked us through all of our options. You also have to consider the cost of all of this because it is very expensive. Obviously for our pets, we don't really have insurance. It is available. And trust me, I will be looking into that for our next dog. We didn't have anything like that. So we are having to consider the cost. And while this appointment alone was going to be very expensive, I was kind of thinking like down the road, even after this appointment, I know we're gonna have to do a million other things that are going to be expensive and I don't want to end up like $10,000 in debt, you know what I mean? So we just kind of tried to choose things that would give us the most amount of answers and they worked with us on that so well. So what we ended up doing at that appointment is taking an x-ray of his lungs and chest to see if it had spread. She also wanted to actually biopsy the mass on his ankle because the cytology, although it did say it was consistent consistent with that type of cancer, it isn't a definitive answer. And when they looked at it, it also said that it could be signs of like really severe arthritis. Obviously, more likely that the diagnosis we got was already correct, but they just wanted to send it off for biopsy to be 100% sure, because obviously if you're recommending a leg amputation, you don't want to be wrong, you know? So they went in and took a full chunk of that mass and sent it off for biopsy. And they also did a cytology of a couple of the other nodules that he had on his body. He had one between his toes and one on his shoulder. So then we had to wait about a week for those results to come in. And during that time, he had a wound basically where they cut out that chunk of his tumor. So that kind of bothered him for like a day or two, but he did pretty well with it. And then he started having like severe tummy issues, which I thought was from the pain medication that he was on. So I stopped giving him the pain medication and he was doing great for a couple of days. Well, then about a week from when they took the chunk, we noticed that it was really swollen and red. So that was concerning. The doctor also called us and gave us results of what they found that day. We told them about the swelling on his paw. They told us to go ahead and re-implement the pain medication and see how he does on that. And maybe he just kind of irritated it and it'll be better tomorrow. So at that point, they went over the findings of the x-rays and the biopsy and all of that. X-rays looked good. They couldn't see any signs of spread. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't any signs of spread. She said there could still be like very microscopic little tiny areas that an x-ray couldn't pick up, and that we just wouldn't know unless we did a CT scan. But for the most part, the x-rays looked good, which is great news. And then she told us that the biopsy of the large tumor on his wrist did come back as a soft tissue sarcoma, which is technically a little bit different than a synovial cell sarcoma. And here's where it gets kind of confusing, but I have since learned that a synovial cell sarcoma is a type of soft tissue sarcoma. Synovial just means that it's in the joint or bone. So basically our doctor was just saying, this is kind of good news. It means that we might, keyword might, be able to remove some of it surgically. If you don't want to amputate his leg, we could go in, do the surgery, see what we find, and that would give you more answers. So that was now an option where it really wasn't before, because she was basically just saying, until we get in there, we don't really know if it's in the joint or not, which was kind of promising. I mean, that sounded like maybe a good option. And then she gave other options, which would be a CT scan just for additional answers, or moving forward with a leg amputation. So at that point, we were just kind of sitting with the news and discussing all of our options and ultimately watching the swelling on his tumor. That day, it was last Tuesday, he had completely stopped using his leg altogether. From that day all the way until now, he still does not use that leg at all. He just holds it up. And I'm not gonna lie, that day was really sad for me, like very emotional, because that was the first time where he really genuinely was not acting himself. He stayed put all day long. He did not move. This is the kind of dog that loves to bark at things. Like I said, when Patrick gets home, he's always greeting him at the door, jumping up and down, just so excited. And he did not move. He didn't move to get up to eat. And that was really hard to watch, because I'm like, oh my God, like he's acting different. Like this is so concerning. I was just upset. But then at the same time, I watched him walk on 3 legs. Now I'm like getting emotional like I always do, but I was sitting on the couch next to him and Archie, our other dog, was in front of the couch laying down, and Buck literally jumped over him with 3 legs, holding the other one up in the air. And I was just kind of like, wow, he could do this. Like, I think he would totally be fine. So the next day, oncology calls us back. They're checking on him and they're like, we want him to come in because the swelling definitely points to signs of an infection and we just want to check it out. At the same time though, we had made an appointment with our local veterinarian office because oncology recommended that we check with them to see if they even do amputation. If that was the route we were going to take, we had done that. There is a doctor there who does that type of surgery. So I wanted to meet with her in person. I didn't want to just like schedule an amputation and not even like know the doctor. I don't know. That might just be me, but I thought that was kind of weird. They were like, do you want to schedule it? I was like, I think I want to meet with the doctor first. We had that appointment at 4 p.m., but oncology wanted us to bring him in to look at the paw. So that's what I did. I brought him in. They took him back. They said it definitely looked infected, like not his stitches. His stitches were beautiful. Like they looked fine. They didn't smell weird, no pus, nothing like that, which kind of pointed to a possible infection within the joint. I feel like that kind of confirmed that the cancer and tumor was in the joint. And at that point, the conversations definitely looked more like, okay, we need to amputate his leg. If we are going to move forward with treatment and try to get rid of this cancer, that's pretty much the option. So yeah, that's what we decided to do, which was a hard decision decision to come to, just because that is a huge surgery and that is a huge change, not only for your dog, but for all of us, like our whole family. And I think there are a lot of questions around like, will the dog live a happy life? I think so many people have different opinions on that, but I definitely think it depends on your dog. And I just through that week saw, number one, that he could do it. I don't know why this is the part that like makes me cry, is just like talking about how I felt like it was a sign, and a lot of you guys replied on Instagram saying the same thing, which I thought was so sweet, and that is why you guys are my people. Now I'm just a full-on mess, but several of you replied on Instagram and said this is him showing you that he's going to be okay. And that's really how I felt about it. I just really felt like that was a sign on what to do and that it would be the right decision. So yeah, that is what we are doing. He is scheduled for an amputation of his leg the day after we get back from our trip. And we made the appointment that day when we met with our local veterinarian office. They are able to do the surgery here in town. Their office is literally 5 minutes from our house, so that's a plus, and it is significantly less expensive. And not to be that person, but when you're spending this much money on your dog, like you do kind of have to make decisions that are financially smart. It was like a $2,000 difference. So that felt worth it to us as long as we felt comfortable with the doctor, and we did. And actually that doctor had just performed a more minor surgery on my mom's dog, Winston. He actually had to have basically a toe removed, and she's the same doctor who did that. So anyways, my family is very familiar with her, and so that's who we are moving forward with. But that day when we had all of the phone conversations, we literally called our local vet 5 times, then we called oncology 5 times. It was a huge mess and back and forth of who's gonna test it for infection and who's gonna do this and blah 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 blah. It was a mess, but we got it figured out, and oncology did prescribe him antibiotics. They gave him an injection for pain that day and also put a fentanyl patch on his back, which I had never heard of before. But yeah, they shaved his back and put a fentanyl patch on it that we kept on there for like 5 days. We just took it off yesterday actually. And then you have to like dispose of it at a police station, a fire station, or a vet's office. So interesting. But yeah, that really helped with his pain, and the swelling completely went down. It did take like 3 to 4 days, but it's finally went down and it looks like it's back to normal. So we are so happy about that, because it means that he can hold off on surgery until after our trip. That is going to be quite the journey. We're gonna be tripod dog owners, which I never expected in my life, but I think he'll do well. As you can see, just snoozing while I'm talking about all this. Look at that cute little face, so beautiful. Don't want to mess with it too much, but you can see the stitches here and just the tumor overall. So yeah, unfortunately, this leg will get amputated all the way up to his shoulder blade. It's gonna be a big change, but he's definitely acting a lot more like himself lately, which we're happy to see. But yeah, so that is the big life update. It is going to get a lot more interesting around here because, I don't know, I just feel like having a tripod dog is going to be a learning curve for all of us, including our daughter. Ella is going to be like, what the heck is going on? So we have to explain that to her, which we've already kind of been trying to, but I feel like she's not going to get it until literally after the surgery. But anyways, yeah, that is the update, you guys. And if you have any expertise in this area or just words of encouragement about 3-legged dogs, let me know in the comment section, because I literally don't even know where to begin. All right, it is much later in the night. Ella is now asleep, and I need to get all of my returns organized because it is crazy. This is a huge part of the job that a lot of you guys don't really see. If you follow my main channel, you know that I do a lot of fashion videos, and I am someone who's like very open and transparent about what I keep in return. I don't live near any of these stores, so I would be ordering online anyways. I don't just do it because of my job, but anything that I order, I just like you guys try it on. The only difference is I try it on in front of a camera. But I try it on, see if I like it, see if I don't. I talk to you guys about it, and then what I don't like, I send back. I never send back an entire order. I've never done that in my life, but usually there's definitely something in my order that I end up returning. You guys who watch my videos know if I kept everything that I mentioned, that would be way too much. So I have to send some of it back, and that is what I'm going to be packing up and dealing with today. So I have like a Zara return, a Pop Flex return, a couple things from Temu, which wasn't for a video, but I just need to return what I didn't use, and then a couple things from Quince, and then Target returns and Amazon returns I'll put in like a separate bag. Just gonna do that, and that'll that'll probably be it for tonight. I stayed up super late last night editing a video, so I really want to try to get some sleep tonight, and it's already 9:36, so let's do it. Also, I've been listening to the audiobook The House of My Mother by Sherry Frankie. If you don't know, her mother Ruby Frankie was like a YouTuber and ended up being convicted of like some abuse or neglect charges. I don't really know like the full detailed story about it enough to like talk about it, but I'm listening to the book. I'm about halfway through and it's very interesting, so give that a listen. And if you have Spotify Premium, you can get so many audiobooks included in your subscription, which I think is super cool. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to that and pack these returns. So here are all the returns I got together tonight. A lot of them are FedEx, so I'm going to take the FedEx packages and put them in my Hulken bag, which you can see right there sitting next to the packages. That thing is amazing for doing returns or just taking any large quantity of items into a building. It is the best thing ever. Here we have it, my beautiful Hulken bag of returns. This is ready to go into FedEx tomorrow, and this will just take a lot of stress off of me to have this completed. But yeah, I love this bag. It has like a handle here, so I can easily pull it around by the handle. So much better than lugging all of those heavy packages into a store. So love, love, love that. As you can see, I have my little hair curler in. I'm really trying to not put heat on my front pieces, so I'm going to attempt sleeping with them like this tonight and see how it goes. But yeah, I am exhausted, so I'm gonna go ahead and get in bed and I will talk to you guys later. Hello you guys, so it is the next day and we are currently in the car on the way to Patrick's baseball game. We are a little bit late because Ella slept later today. She was just taking a long nap, so I let her sleep a little bit and then I did eventually wake her up so that we could get there at a decent time. We're probably gonna be like an hour late, which we were already originally planning on being at least 30 minutes late, and it's fine. So we're just gonna go hang out there for a little bit, maybe an hour or so, and then her and I are gonna go to Target, get a few things that we need before the trip, and by that point it'll be time to come home, do dinner, and for her to go to bed. So that is the plan, but it is a really hot day today. I'm sure you can hear my AC probably like taking over the audio of the video. I have a bunch of stuff in my car because I was going to do those returns that you guys saw, but I didn't get a chance to today because Patrick and I like slept in a little bit. I don't know what it is, but something about when I have the baby monitor up for Ella and an alarm set, like both of them will just turn off, and so we didn't hear the alarm. And then Ella, I guess, slept in too, or like woke up and then fell back asleep. We ended up sleeping until 9, which is never happens. So I didn't get up till 9. Ella had gymnastics at 10 a.m., which we both went to with her. And then I had a nail appointment at 11 a.m. and FedEx and the post office both close at noon. So I didn't get a chance to take them, which kind of sucks. But anyways, they'll just stay here, I guess, until we're back from our trip. But yeah, that is the plan for now. I'll maybe video some of the baseball game and our adventure to Target. Ella, where are you? What are you watching? Where are you at? Speak up. Daddy's baseball game. You're so cute.
Where's Daddy?
He's out there.
He's running now.
Yeah. Show me your little Minnie Mouse purse. Did you buckle yourself in?
No.
I don't think you need to.
I don't want Target.
One more time.
I don't want Target.
We just got home from Target. I forgot to film anything in there. It's always a little hectic with a toddler, and Patrick actually won his baseball game via the slaughter rule. So in the 6th inning, the game ended because they were up by 10 runs, right? So he actually was able to go with us, and we didn't even have to like leave the game early. I mean, technically we did, but the game was already over. So he went with us. Always a fun time. It got a little Starbucks, but after like 3 p.m. I don't do any caffeine, so I just got the Blackberry Bliss refresher, and it's really good. I love their refreshers in the summertime, and I thought I would just end this vlog by doing a very small Target haul, because who doesn't like to see what we got at Target? And for dinner tonight, me and Ella are actually going to eat this. I wanted to try this. It is the wood-fired crust pizza, spicy sausage, and sweet pepper. It sounds great, and Ella will usually eat pretty much like any type of pizza, so hopefully she likes that. We just got some swim diapers that we need for our trip. We randomly got this little spinning tray because in Ella's room, I think this is gonna be a lot better for holding like her lotion and diaper paste and stuff. I don't know, it's been annoying us in the setup we have currently, so we'll see how that works. Ella got a basketball randomly because we have an actual basketball hoop outside of our house, and she loves to play with it. So here's her little basketball. Here, babe. A big reason why I even went to Target is to get new SD cards, because I don't know where mine are right now. I obviously have one that I'm using, and I have like a couple small ones, but I just wanted to grab a couple more. This one is a regular size SD card for my cameras, 128 gigs. And then this one is a micro SD card that I use for my DJI Osmo Pocket 3, I think is what it's called. So yeah, I only had one for that, and it's full of vlog footage. So need another one of those. We got some sunscreen for our trip, and then Patrick got this really small loofah. I'm like, this is the smallest loofah I've ever seen, but he says it's a travel loofah. And then I randomly got a lot of beauty products. I went in the beauty section because I needed a top coat. When they did my nails today, this one, she kept like rough and textured with the glitter, because in the picture I showed her, that's what it looked like. But I kind of am regretting that now, because it's like, if you get something on it, it really shows. So I'm gonna try to just like put my own top coat on it. These looked so pretty. They are the Revlon Super Lustrous Glimmer Lip Oils, and I have not seen anyone talk about these, but they're really pretty and shimmery. So I picked up 2 shades. This one is in Hot Honey, and this one is called Pink Prisma. Another Revlon product. These are the Glimmer Blush Drops. They look very simple. I've never heard of these either, but they looked really pretty. And I don't know, I just thought I would try it out. I love anything like lustrous on my cheeks. This is a concealer from Makeup Revolution. It is the Skin Silk Under Eye Brightener and Concealer. I haven't really tried many like drugstore or affordable concealers, so I thought I would give this one a try. That whole line looked really cool, the Skin Silk line. And then 2 shadow sticks. I've been wanting some shadow sticks, and I was looking at a couple that are included in the Sephora sale, which is going on right now, but they were like $32 each. And I'm like, that is crazy, because if you wanted like to do an eye look, you would kind of need 2 of them. And I feel like 32 is such a steep price for a shadow stick. So I saw these were new from L'Oreal, and I wanted to give them a try. This one is just, looks like a neutral taupe color. They look really, that feels like really creamy and oily though, which makes me nervous that it's gonna crease. And then this one is in the shade Magnetic Mauve. I actually think those are gonna be really pretty together. So I made a good choice in colors. Sometimes I love to just use a shadow stick and pop the color on my eyes and then just like blend it out really quick. I'm hoping those are good. And then we have the e.l.f. Power Grip Matte Primer. I've heard a lot of good things about this, and I usually love e.l.f. primers. That'll be great for our upcoming trip. And then the last thing is very interesting, but these are newer from Kiss. It is the Impress line, and they are long lasting up to 5 days. No glue false lashes. It says they are reusable, they're waterproof, and they don't cause damage. I'm very skeptical about this. Like, does that mean that they can be used for 5 days at a time? Like, if I could apply these on day 1 of our vacation and not have to apply them until like day 3 or 4, that would be great for me. But I don't know, I just feel like they're making a lot of claims, and I'm very skeptical, but I'm gonna have to give these a try. But they are pretty pricey. I mean, this was $16.99, so I hope that it holds up to all of those claims. We'll see. Hi. You say with me?
That's
Oh.
your friend's pocket. What's yours?
Those are like little lip glosses. Look, these are like eyeshadows. They're pretty, huh?
Oh, I have them.
Let's see what this one looks like. Ooh, that's pretty.
I want them.
You want some more of the lip gloss I gave you earlier?
Yeah.
That one's safer for you. That's so pretty. Oh, I'm gonna have to wear that in Disney on my like pink outfit day. Here, Ella, you want some of this lip gloss? It's safe for you. All right, rub your lips together. That's Summer Fridays, girl.
That's good.
It's not food.
No, it's not food. It makes your lips shiny. Look, see how mommy's lips are shiny? And it hydrates them and moisturizes your lips. But anyways, you guys, that is going to be the end of this vlog. Hope that you guys enjoyed it. I need to get back into vlogging and sharing more of my life with you guys because I feel like I've been just MIA when it comes to vlogs. But let me know what you guys have been up to, and hopefully you will see a Disney vlog very, very soon. I know that's going to be kind of a chaotic trip to vlog, but between me and Patrick, hopefully we can get some good footage. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in our next video. Bye. Can you do that? Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Bye.
Bye.
That's so
Wait,
cute. Bye.